Buljinaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Navinaka, Fiji. In this bulletin, 3 men remanded for alleged assault on police officers. Alleged tampering of exam papers under investigation. And Minister speaks out on parental actions.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Nunn.
3 people alleged to have assaulted and threatened 2 police officers in Namotomoto, Nandi have been remanded by the Nandi Magistrates Court. 29-year-old Maikeli Nawanga, 26-year-old Kolinio Vatunitu and 29-year-old Masidava have all been charged with common nuisance. Kolinio Vatunitu has also been charged with 1 count of serious assault. It's alleged the 3 accused were causing trouble to the public while drinking near a shop in Namotomoto. Upon attending to the complaint, the 2 police officers were allegedly sworn at by the 3 men and also threatened. They allegedly threatened to kill a police patrol car team in a similar manner as their comrade who was stabbed last week. Magistrate Penny Dalitu Idama reminded the men that the officers are here to protect Fijians. The case will be called again on the 12th of November. Police are investigating the alleged tampering of Year 12 examination papers. The incident occurred after a break-in at Lalin Memorial School. Police say the exam supervisor made the discovery yesterday morning and found some of the sealed portions of the exam papers were already open. Year 12 exams got underway yesterday with more than 12,000 students expected to sit the exam throughout this week. The Ministry of Education says the Year 12 exams at Lalin will continue as scheduled, and with police investigating, they are not in a position to comment. The Minister for Women and Children, Mereseni Vuniwanga, has reminded Fijians to be mindful of their actions and the impact this has on children. The Minister was speaking in relation to a recent domestic violence case on Sunday in which a 26-year-old father from Nambua Suva is alleged to have killed his 4-month-old daughter. The incident occurred during a dispute in which the man is alleged to have thrown a concrete block at his wife, which instead hit the baby, who was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital.
It's unfortunate that in this particular case, it's the life of a child that has been lost due to domestic violence. A lot of times it's emotional trauma that children who witness domestic violence, they live throughout their lives.
The Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission continues to receive complaints regarding people getting duped by online scammers. The Commission believes the use of the internet and people's desperate need to get quick cash has made it easy for fraudsters to target a wider range of people in Fiji. Chief Executive Joel Abraham says people behind these sorts of well-marketed scams are constantly coming up with new ways to target vulnerable people.
And because of these online activities that people engage in, your email address is out there on the web, and there are companies that actually mine this data and they sell it out. And it doesn't happen here in Fiji, it happens offshore. And there are these scammers that pick your details out and they try and maneuver attacks against people to ensure that they can get financially advantaged.
Coastal erosion due to sea level rise and soil erosion due to deforestation are heavily impacting the island of Rambi. Located just 5 kilometers to the west of Taveuni, Rambi is one of the many Fijian communities that live with the impacts of climate change on a daily basis. Eleanor Turangaivu reports.
Over the years, communities on the island of Rambi have been experiencing and living with the impacts of climate change. Only recently has it become more severe.
Standing behind near the seawall, and it was whole some time ago, but over the last few decades, in last few years in particular, you can see the damage is done to the seawall, which is indicating sea level rise, and now this is encroaching into some of the houses on the shoreline here, so that's quite bad.
Fish stocks are depleting as a result of erosion due to heavy deforestation.
fishermen have had to go out much further to get the fish, which means that the fish that used to be caught locally is not there now, or the fishermen are not getting enough catches from there, so they've got to go out further and further away to Undu Point, that side.
Governed by the Council of Leaders, Rambi is now working on implementing strategies that will help them sustain the island for their future generations.
The main activity we're doing now is awareness, and we're calling government branches and the departments to come around and just make aware the effects of all this.
With a shoreline of 46.2 kilometers and an altitude of 463 meters, Rambi is home to just a little over 5,000 Banabans who depend on the sea for their survival. Eleanor Turangewiu, FBC News.
Moneylenders are yet again under the spotlight for charging interest way above the 12% standard interest rate stipulated under the Money Lending Act. The Consumer Council of Fiji clarifies that moneylenders can only charge interest as high as 12%. However, it has recorded complaints from people paying thousands of dollars in return for borrowing a few hundred. Chief Executive Seema Shandel says they continue to receive complaints.
In the last 3 years, 9 months, the council have received 66 complaints against the moneylenders. And the nature of complaints include, moneylenders charging interest rate as high as 20%. So many cases, and we have seen that, borrowers have borrowed few $100s. However, they have ended up paying thousands of dollars.
Unfortunately, then they disregard the requirements of the bank and they give their PIN and they give their cards out. And it is illegal, and we have said it on numerous instances, and our position on that is, but also to charge the consumer for aiding and abetting.
Overseas, a new wildfire in California in the United States is threatening some of the wealthiest areas in Los Angeles. It's fast moving, forcing authorities to choose which homes can be saved. Coming up, Baber says focus is on current squad. And Ngoneva announces retirement from international rugby.
Na wini matenganga ni bebanga matini taki errere maki. Waku igu tani maya na wini ni bebanga matini taki. Menta dobata, kabaluta, kaborusa. Bula, wayawa apini sararane, wayawa malika patilagana. Nama kikira o ena mataka bau. Di boy tiri kali minute me ono kina tini na be mataka. Boni tiki na bau rombuka. Bula FM, namba 2 ena sere. Na sese ni recho namba 2 eviti.
Welcome back. Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Baber says while it would be great to have some current flying Fijians join the Fiji Olympic Sevens team, there needs to be enough time to transition into the current setup. Baber has already had talks with clubs in Europe about releasing players to feature in a few tournaments on the World Series prior to the Olympics. However, he says his main focus now is the current squad, which has made tremendous progress over the last 2 years.
Now, any of those flying Fijian players, within reason, are obviously, potential selections. But there's a development of a squad here, which has happened over the last 2 years, and I know that they're moving in a direction to do what we've done this year or the previous season to next season, and obviously on to the Olympics. The reason that happens is because we spend time with each other, and we make mistakes together, and we learn together, and we move on as a group together.
Flying Fijian centre Vereniki Ngoneva has announced his retirement from international rugby. In the announcement via Facebook, the 35-year-old says representing the country has been a privilege and honour. Ngoneva played 59 test matches for Fiji from 2007 to 2019, scoring 22 tries. He joins Josh Matavesi and Campisi Maafu in announcing their retirement from the Flying Fijians following the Rugby World Cup. The Vodafone Fiji futsal side thrashed Tonga 10-2 in their second game of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. The Mira Sahib coached side led 3-0 at halftime. Tevita Waranivalu, Captain Setareki Hughes, Filipe Mbaravilala, Manasa Levadi and Iosefo Verevo scored goals for Fiji. They will meet the Solomon Islands in the next match. Fiji is currently third in their pool with 3 points after the win. South Pacific boxing promoter Freddie Chand says the bouts in Nandi on Saturday night were a success with the help of the Boxing Commission of Fiji. Chand says the public can expect more in the future. Boxing Commission of Fiji Chair Subhash Appanna says last Saturday was just the beginning of their plan to build a sport in Fiji. Appanna adds in the future they will work with promoters to ensure rules are followed and fights are kept professional.
You saw a tremendous program. You saw how well it was organized. A lot of people were very happy. You saw also that we, for the first time, I think, acknowledged old boxers. They were so proud to be in the ring, the same ring that they used to fight in as warriors. These are people, names that I grew up with. You saw all that happen. It was a very, very competitive fight. I think it was one of the greatest fights we've seen for a long time.
A heavy rain warning remains in force for Vanuatu, Taveuni and nearby smaller islands and northern Lau Group. A trough of low pressure remains slow moving just north of Vanuatu. And that is your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
क्या आपको पता है कि 2018 में 1634 ड्रग और सब्सटेंस अब्यूज के केसेस फीजी के स्कूल्स में पाए गए थे।
ड्रग अब्यूज हमारे देश में युवा पीढ़ी पर बुरा असर कर रहा है। इसको रोकना हम सबकी जिम्मेदारी है।
आपके बच्चे कब क्या कर रहे हैं ये जानना जरूरी है। रिपोर्ट ड्रग अब्यूज।
हाय, मैं हूँ आशना
एंड मैं हूँ जियाद।
फीजी का बेस्ट ब्रेकफास्ट शो सुनिए वीकडेज 5:45 to 10 AM।
मिर्ची FM पर सुनो बेहाल ब्रेकफास्ट एंड रहो हमेशा बेहाल।